All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me for my very first podcast, Let's Speak It Out Loud. And that's definitely what we're going to do here, guys. We're going to speak it out loud. So, for the first episode, I hope you enjoy. Peace. Talking has never been an issue for me, but I do like the bottom of my voice because I have a very unique voice. There's only one other person on this planet who has a voice similar to mine, which is my father. So, and I look exactly like him. It took me forever to agree with that, but it's the truth. And other than that, I'm just listening to myself. So we're getting this podcast together, and we're going to see how it turns out. The universe has put it in my hands to go ahead to Let's Speak It Out Loud. So many people tell me that I have so many different things that just helps them think, helps them feel better. Listen, my job has always been to help you to become the best you that you can be. And if nobody has ever told you, you are worth it. Now, I know in society today, we're always, you got to get a degree, you got to get a job, you got to do this, you want to get a good job so you can get good benefits so when you retire. Listen, look at the world today and people retiring. We are taught everything in school except for how to be entrepreneurs, except business management, where people are fighting over every single thing about school, critical race theory, LGBTQ, all this stuff that is none of anybody's business, how anybody wants to teach their child. However, nobody's worried about the fact that we don't teach economics anymore. No one knows how to start a business. I remember even in high school, we had the simplest things in Mrs. Key's class, teaching you how to write out a check. They don't even know how to do that anymore because everything's going to a digital format. I know some schools here in the South, they have taken cursive writing out of the classroom. A lot of you who are listening who know me, you know, but some of you who don't know me, I was a finance manager in consumer finance for many, many years. You know, the loan company on the corner that always has money for you. The legal loan sharks. Yes, I was a manager for those companies for years, and I was a bill collector. And I had a young gentleman come in. He was about 20. He had what he needed to get the loan that he needed. He didn't want anything big, something like $600-700. Okay, great. Kid had a job, so I told him, I said, sign right here. And he wrote it, printed his name out. Let me correct my verbiage. He printed his name. I said, no, sign. He said, oh, you mean cursive? I said, yeah. He was like, oh, I don't know how to do cursive at school. They don't teach that in school anymore. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So at the time, I was living in Beaufort, South Carolina, and my sons were still in school. And with that being said, I went home and I talked to my boys, and they said, no, they don't teach them that. But my wife, who never played about school and never played about education and thinking, she's a thinker. She didn't play any games with them at school. What do you mean? She taught them cursive writing and things like that and stayed on top of everything. Hey, our grandkid has been doing math since she could fathom numbers, and she's 8 years old. That's all my wife. So, but it's quite interesting, the things that we think about, the things that we talk about, the things that we don't say. Another thing that prompted this podcast was the fact that I no longer can work for corporations. I don't care how much money they throw at you. The corporation culture is mind-numbing. It's sickening to the physical body. It's sickening to the spirit when you are a free spirit. You know, it's there to stifle you. It's there to teach you how to build up another person's company. And I, for one, I prefer to be a queen in my cottage than a servant in a palace. Let me say that again for those in the back. I prefer to be a queen in my little old cottage versus a servant in your huge mansion. That's just the way it is. That's just the way I think. And my mics are amazing. They pick up every little thing. And so as I'm building this podcast and putting things together, I really began to think, well, what do I want to speak on? I'm waiting for my foam to come so I can kind of insulate the booth, because right now you guys are probably hearing an echo, hearing everything else, hearing me moving around in the chairs, all of that. But the whole point of this was for me to hear myself, for me to hear my vision. See, sometimes you have to speak that vision out loud. Speak it to yourself with no one else listening but you, your ancestors, the creator, and your spirit guides. Just y'all. Because they in there. They are up there inside your head. And we all know it. But we're so programmed for the worker bee that we're never, ever prepared to be the queen in our own cottage. Because we want more, we want more, we want more, we want more. I need more, I need more. I want to impress this person, I want to impress that person. Oh, my Easter suit. Oh, girl, what you wearing for Christmas? All of that. And we own nothing. We don't even own our own minds today. And those of us who do have their own minds, we feel so awkward in a world that cannot see. People are fighting over so many different things, and this person, and if you don't do this, then you must be this type of person, and if you don't do that, then you ain't black, and if you don't do this, listen, let me explain this to y'all thoroughly. I've been black since the day I was born, several lifetimes ago. This is not my first rodeo. When you look at my podcast, you see the term, the Alicorn. The Alicorn, what is that? Well, I've had the pleasure of being a facilitator, a teacher of adults for about a couple of years. And when you have a connection with people, it feels like something magical, like a unicorn. And so, previous company that I was with, my students and I had a class, kept them for 12 weeks, adults, to teach them everything that this company needs them to do to fulfill the job description that they hired them for. So basically, I taught them everything, their billing systems, their products, their pricing, their verbiage, their speech, basically their call flow, their chat flow. I taught them their verbiage, and I was very good at it. And so I had a class that was just so amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, we didn't get along, because grown folks, the problem with y'all is I'm grown. How dare you tell me what to do? Yeah, but you're on somebody's job. I don't want to be there either, but I'm going to do what they asked me to do since I said I'm going to be here on this job. And since you said I'm going to work here at this job, it is your responsibility, not mine, to make sure you learn that stuff and leave your drama outside. But people are human. But this class I had, we were so amazing. Do you know we beat seasoned agents, everybody on the floor, and they called my class the Unicorn class because I am the Unicorn facilitator. But I would always explain to them that I'm more than a unicorn. I'm more than what meets the eye because I can fly. And they would look at me. What? This woman is crazy. Yeah, but you still will be hard-pressed to find one person, whether they love me or hate me, because there's no in-between with people with me. They either love me or hate me. And those who love me, they've experienced me. And those who hate me because they ain't me. Not my problem. What you think of me is your business, not mine. I'm just going to continue being me because all I can do is be me. So with that being said, the class was so amazing. We had such a spiritual connection. They did everything in their power to try to discredit all the great work that this class did, and we were unicorns flying. Everyone in my class, and all my classes after that, they were like, Miss Candace, we heard you're the unicorn facilitator. Are we unicorns? No, you're not. There was only one group of unicorns, and those people in that class who are listening today, ooh, it was my honor and my pleasure to be a part of your energy. That was the most important part to me. That was the most beautiful part to me of facilitating with adults. They had a vision, they had a plan, something they wanted to do. They came in. It was uncomfortable at times. Miss Candace, yes, is a lot, but Miss Candace is one thing. I am truth, baby, and I am real, because you only got to tell the truth one time. That's it. And so at the end of my class, they gave me some things, and one of my students gave me a plaque that says, always be yourself unless you can be a unicorn. Then always be a unicorn. I have it sitting right up here on my speakers right now because I love that. Which basically means always be yourself. Be the best version of you that you can be, and don't worry about what anybody else thinks. The one thing that bothers me a little bit today with this generation is the fact you all look alike. You do. Everyone's wearing the wig. Everyone's wearing the nails. Everyone's wearing the eyebrows. Everyone's putting filters on your social media. Everyone is doing all of that, and we don't own any of it. Do we? Speak it out loud. These are my thoughts. You can agree with my thoughts or not. It's okay. I mean, but I'm not talking to the people who are offended by what I have to say. I'm talking to people with common sense who think to themselves, you know what, you are so right. And I'm not trying to be right. This is just my thoughts. I'm just speaking it out loud. What you doing? So, you know, like I said, this is just the beginning of my podcast and who I am and who I be. It reminds me of something that I said in my song, wondering who I am, who I be, and why'd you pick me. The darkness in my soul lets me know we're in control of a great inheritance. A little bit scary first. Praise the one who gave you birth, made the earth and placed you first. Black man's destiny. I'm wondering why. I can see all the beautiful things from your hopes and your dreams. So, you know, and then I'm a lyricist. I'm a poet. I am such a spirit of the arts. Some have called me an intellectual. Some have called me crazy. I don't care. You ain't got to call me. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'm gonna be alright tonight. You won't have to call me. And this is a little bit of what I do. So this was just a basic little tester just to see how it sounds, what I'm going to put out there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce this down, basically, and I'm going to master it, see how it turns out. And then we're going to go from here, y'all. Like I said, I'm waiting on my studio phone to come so I can finish filling this in. It should be here within the next couple of days. So I can get us definitely soundproof, and we can talk about it and speak it out loud. All right? So I hope y'all enjoy being here with me today. I've just been rocking for a little minute. I'm not tripping, just getting my equipment up and running. Checking out mic techniques, turning my heads different ways to see how the mic gonna sound, you know, and stuff like that. So that's what I do. That's who I be. But I'm much more than all that as well. I'm really loving this mic placement. I think this is a good spot for where it is. I can sit back. I can see everything that I need to see. I can see my monitors. I can see all my compression. I can see everything. So this is really pretty cool. All right, y'all. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the end today. This is the Alicorn, Candace Miller. Oh, I ain't finished telling y'all. An alicorn is a unicorn with wings. That's what it is. Very rare. They have the magical healing horn, but they also have the wings to fly because they cannot be contained. That's why I'm an alicorn, because I cannot be contained. Okay? All right, y'all. Once again, speak it out loud. Speak it out loud. If you like what you heard, if you like my voice, if you think I may be rocking something that may be good for you, well, come on and check me out and check me back out on several episodes. There's more to come. And peace, blessings. Thank you all for listening.